you're Aquarius, born January 20th to February 18th, what can you expect for the month of September 2017? Let's tune in and find out. Well, Aquarians, I just see you kind of like pinging all over the place. You know, you're just like soaring through the heavens, and sometimes that's freaking scary, and sometimes it's exhilarating, and sometimes it's like, oh my God, when am I going to come down? Where am I going to land? How are things going to turn out? This could be anything from family discussions and adjustments, you know, with wills, or it could be a court case with testimonies. It could be, you know, a custody battle. It could be your career and shape-shifting, big things, big adjustments for Aquarians. Now, we know that this new set of eclipses that are happening has just started between Aquarius and Leo. So we know that these huge events are happening for you in your life. And sometimes that means there's these forced, sudden new beginnings and endings. But the good news is I feel nothing but sky's the limit for you. So whatever's going on for you, you know, grab on. You know, if you need some certainty from your friends, from your family, from, you know, help, spiritual teachers, whomever, call me. You know, that's what I do too. Just know that you have the capacity to come down, to land gently, to have it be under your own control, and to be able to know which path to take, right? It's like landing on the moon. It's foreign. How do I do this? I've never done this before. Some of you may have started a new job, or starting to, you know, just moved into a new location, and it may, you know, some of you may be going to school, like all these new beginnings, right? And it's just like a foreign language, or like you've just landed on the moon. What is this place? This is crazy. It's nuts, right? So it's just like, just being chill. You've got a lifeline. You're going to be okay. All right. So now let's look at romantic relationships and what's in store for you Aquarians. You may feel a little left out in your relationship. You may feel like you're not completely heard, or that you've been telling your partner the same thing over and over and over again. And like they have this giant cauliflower ear. You're sick of hearing it. You're sick of saying it. They're sick of hearing it, right? And I feel like this month there's an adjustment that happens in that relationship. There's a shift, whether you finally get heard, or you say it in a different way, or they're able to help you. But there's just an adjustment where now you're able to face each other and really feel and connect and communicate in a new way. So whatever communications problems or troubles you've just experienced, because, you know, Mercury was retrograde August 12th to September 6th, I feel like they're going to get cleared up by around the 10th, it feels like, and towards the end of the month. And for some of you, it might be painful. It might be looking at your relationships and these big disagreements that you have. It could be about whether to buy your home or to sell your home. It could be about where you're going to live. It could be about the type of house you're buying, or the lifestyle that you're going to create, or how you spend your money, right? It's kind of like big life decisions are being made. And sometimes we don't always agree with our partner. So I see you kind of like having to make some big adjustments and really having communication issues. But I feel like those are going to be cleared up, and I feel like by the end of the month there's an agreement, a peace, a treaty, and you both sign it, you both sign off of it, and I feel like you're both happy. But, you know, getting there can be a little difficult. Now, for those of you that are single and are interested in a relationship, let's see what's possible for you for a romantic relationship. So Aquarians, this is about really hearing where the other person is coming from. It's a similar issue, only that you're not married to the person. So you want to make sure that you're understanding where somebody else is coming from. So if you're on a date, or you're just in conversation, and you're just getting to know somebody, whether it's a coworker or somebody else, there's a danger in you thinking you understood what they said, and it being so completely different than what they actually said. So just be aware and the way to avoid this is to feed back what you heard. So if they say, you know, the sky is black, you go, did I hear you say the sky is black? And they might look at you and go, no, I never said the sky is black. I said that, you know, I have a black shoe, right? It's like that kind of weird stuff. So just know that that's a way to feed back what you heard, and then in itself it can correct it. And then you'll start to notice maybe, when we have a lot going on, things kind of come in one ear and out the other. And communication can just not happen, or we're under a tremendous amount of stress. We only hear partial things, or we can only take it in partially. So just know that you're being shaped and you're being changed. And when that happens, things change everywhere, with the way we hear things and the way we interpret them especially. And since we still are under this Mercury retrograde, that can be part of it. Okay, so let's see. I think if you do that, feedback and ask the other person, did I hear you right? This is what you said that you do. You're going to find you're going to have more clarity. It's going to make it easier for you to pick and choose who you want to date. And actually, it's going to be easier for the other person to decide as well, because they're going to understand that you're actually listening to them and that you want to hear more about them, right? Which makes you that much more interesting because you're interested in them. So it's this nice little synergy that happens automatically, and so the romance can actually take shape and connect. So I do feel like there's a good opportunity for you to meet somebody this month and really build something together. Okay, so let's look at career and money for Aquarians. So I feel like you know where you're going, and I feel like the target's right there. It just may be, a little scary, or move too quick, or just kind of like you have to let go of everything in order to achieve it. But I do see that you can be focused and you can actually hit the bullseye, and then there might be a lot of letting go happening around you. But it feels really good, and it feels really powerful in terms of actually getting what you want. Now for money, I do feel like you're going to need to streamline some things. I feel like some of you may have not enough money to do all the glorious things that you want to do, so you may have to pick and choose. You may have to streamline. If you're wanting to do a remodel, instead of it being a $200,000 remodel, it's $100,000, right? It's like I see that you picking and choosing some things to streamline it, so that you feel comfortable and you don't get in over your head. So I do feel like the money is there for you, but it doesn't feel like you're able to get everything that you want all at once. So streamlining is the key. And in streamlining, actually things will come closer together. So you're going to find that it is easier to hit the mark, and it is easier to get what you want. Okay, so let's look at your health for Aquarians. Okay, some of you may be dealing with skin eruptions, or skin, rashes or burns, or just funny little things happening on your skin. And a lot of that is just things that are bugging you, like, what's bugging me? Why am I so upset? Why can't I let that go? And then it starts to show up on your skin or on your face, right? So it's things that bug you and irritate you. So this month, you're going to be given a real opportunity to kind of take that adjustment and to not care, to care less, right? And I don't mean in terms of like, oh, well, I'm going to be mean to everybody, or I'm going to snub them. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about so that you don't have to put so much energy or effort into something, so that it can just, you can turn it over to the universe, so the universe can lift it and do it for you. So it's kind of like this nice ebb and flow. So when things get under your skin, you're just gonna, I'm gonna care less. It's not gonna bother me. It's not gonna get to me. It's not gonna bother me that my coworker asked my other coworker out to lunch and they didn't invite me. I'm not going to make it mean anything that my boss had this special meeting and everybody went except me. Or I'm not going to make it mean anything that my kid doesn't kiss me goodbye when they go to school anymore, right? That they're now in 3rd grade and they're too big, right? It's like all these different things that we can be disappointed about, and it can get under our skin and it can bug us, right? So it's about letting go of those things that bother you and really allowing yourself to change and let things around you change, not struggle with the change. Let the change happen. And so by being more in the flow, things aren't going to get caught under your skin, and then you can be restored to beautiful, clear skin. If any of you are dealing with those sorts of eruptions or hives or itching and things like that, or even worse things like shingles, that really has to do with anger and inflammation and outrage, right? And so if there's things like that with people in your life that you're outraged with, you really want to do some intuitive healing. Those are things that I do. So you can go to my website, peggyrometo.com, and I do energetic healing pieces and help you move through things quickly. So I'm available for that, right? So you don't always have to know how to do it. You just have to know people that can help you do it. So there's a lot of people out in the world who can help you let go of the things if you don't know how to let go, right? They can help you do it, because I just feel like that's part of what there is for you to heal, is to learn how to let go of those things that bug you and that bother you and that get under your skin. All right, and so what's the unexpected for Aquarians for this month? Oh, nice. To really enjoy yourself, that you can actually have a really good month. Some of you may be looking at like, wow, this is a hard month. I've got so many intense things or projects that need to get done, or I need to get back into school. And so there's this level of intensity. And I think what you're going to be surprised about is that you'll have an ability to kind of like let go and rise above these challenges. You'll still be busy. You'll still have a lot to do, but you won't have to kind of like grit your teeth in the process, or explode from the inside out while you're doing it. And that's the nice unexpected thing, is that you can actually be cured or get the help that you need in an unexpected way. All right, Aquarians, have a wonderful month. I love the energy of you being able to move through and let go and to be able to expand your energy in such a new way. And, the world has just got, you've got the world by the tail, and you're just, wow, flying so high. So this is really terrific. So have a wonderful month, Aquarians. I hope that you'll like and click my intuitive insights and share it with your friends. And please comment below, and I'll swing back around and comment as well. And I look forward to connecting with you again next month.